Hi, I'm LeahhJames, the writer and recording artist of Dear Black Man, and I'm here to explain why I wrote it. The reaction to the poem has been really mind-blowing. At first I was super nervous because I'm a white woman talking about black guys, and there's so many stereotypes and so many things attached to that I was really hesitant on putting it out. So thank you to all of my friends who pushed me to do it. The reaction has been overwhelming. I have gotten so many thank you messages, and it was kind of like shocking to see like how many black men really didn't know their worth. And I'm just grateful that they finally heard something that, made them feel appreciated. I got so many thank you messages from black men and black women alike. I started getting booked at a lot of colleges to speak at a lot of black history events to tell people the importance of why Black Lives Matter. It's been overwhelming and very, very encouraging to continue to speak out against these things that I'm very passionate about. The pavement was never meant to be your grave. The negative ones hurt my feelings because I'm really sensitive. And every time I perform it live, I tell people if they don't like it to act like they do because I'm sensitive. But no, the negative ones were expected. For example, when man told me that he doesn't need a white woman to tell him about his worth, and he was like really angry and hateful. And at first I was like, oh my God. But then I was like, you're right, you don't need a white woman to tell you your worth, and you should know your worth as a black man in America, and thank God that you do. And it's great that you were surrounded by such positive influences. I had a couple people tell me that I just want attention from black men. I never needed help getting attention from anyone. No shade, but I'm just saying I didn't write it to get attention. I wrote it to spread awareness and to reflect my heart. So the negative, I mean, there's been a few. There's like 5 thumbs down right now. There'll probably be more. But it's funny. There's you can have 200 thumbs up, but then like the 4 or 5 thumbs down, makes you question your whole entire life and your whole entire poetic career. But I'm glad for the negative feedback that I've gotten because it has improved me as an artist, and it has shown where I have failed to express certain things, and hence why I'm making this video. Let this serve as a reminder that your life matters more than just to people who look like you. I felt like Dear Black Man was necessary to write because of the climate in America, racially and historically and in every way. And I'm known as like a Christian spoken word artist, but my heart reflects Christ, and Christ was very passionate about social justice and about the needs, desires, and oppression of others. So I felt like this was another way to reflect my heart and how I truly feel about black people, not just black men. My appreciation from black men comes from a lot. I was born and raised outside of Chicago, Illinois, in Joliet, Illinois. And I was raised around a lot of black people. There was 2 white families on my street, and we were one of them. So I went to school with a lot of black men, a lot of black people. A lot of my brothers were black, the people I call my brothers, but blood don't mean anything really, they're my brothers. So a lot of people who I consider to be family are black. And then after my mother passed away, I moved to Hamilton, New Jersey, which is a horrible place. But black people took me in like their own. So black people raised me. The man I call my father is black. My pastor is black. Every strong male connection and strong male influence in my life has been from a black man. So that's where my attachment and my appreciation comes from. Your melanin holds manuscripts of those who created dynasties birthed by queens who first populated this planet. Black women's response to the poem has been amazing. My closest friend who is black, first of all my best friends are black women and black men, but I have a lot of black women friends. One of my closest friends told me that she wants her sons to grow up and watch this. And that really touched me because, you can have positive reactions from people you don't know. But the people who do know you, they know like the good and the bad and the ugly and everything. And for her to say that was really encouraging. I love you, Carrie. But but there's also been negative reactions from black women. So when I perform the poem live, I give a lot of background and a lot of explanation to why I wrote it. And it's not, Dear Black Man isn't just my appreciation for black men. Of course, it's for black women as well, because black women give birth to black men, and without you, there would be no black men. one black woman told me I just wanted attention from black guys, that it wasn't a white person's fight, that I should just shut up and stop talking about it, and that really did hurt me, and made me question if I wanted to continue to be so outspoken. But then I remember all the positive impact that I've made, the people who've told me that they look at themselves in a different light, they have never felt like they had purpose before. Like, it's very disheartening to know that there's people walking around in this country who still feel that way. So if my little voice made that impact, all the negative stuff, it doesn't even matter, honestly. Black life matters. So there's this event that I was in, and I was on the flyer, and it said LeahhJames believes hashtag Black Lives Matter. And underneath it, of course, there's the one person who's hashtag all lives matter. Duh, like, of course all lives matter. I feel like saying all lives matter in response to Black Lives Matter shows that you don't understand the importance of the phrase Black Lives Matter. In America, there was a long period of time in our country where black people weren't even considered to be human beings. The 3/5 law, that was literally on the books. Like, it was a law. Like, we lived by this. And no other person of any other ethnic group in America has been under the 3/5 law. Slaves were considered to be 3/5 human beings, and a lot of people were brainwashed to believe that this was true. So a lot of people, white people, a lot of people who weren't black, believed this. So black people have historically been treated like animals. So Black Lives Matter is very important because for a long time it's ingrained in our culture. Our country is built on the fact that black lives aren't human beings. Black lives aren't lives. So I get very offended when people say all lives matter. I used to use that hashtag because, of course, all lives do matter. But I didn't understand the movement of Black Lives Matter, and I did understand the importance because I've always known the history. But yeah, I think it could be very offensive, and I notice a lot of Christians use all lives matter, and I feel like it's almost like a cop-out to stand up for social justice. Like, especially when you're white, it's scary to not look like the people that you're defending. Because people, of course, they question your motives, they question why you say certain things, they question why you do what you do. But maybe I'm going off track, but I feel like it all ties in together that we all come from the same place. Ultimately, we're all from God, of course, but historically, we all come from the same place, whether someone has more melanin than you or not. The fact saying all lives matter is redundant to Black Lives Matter. Okay, I know that there's so much that we could talk about pertaining to race, and there's probably so much that I've left out, or so much I did not elaborate on, or answered questions that created more questions, or something like that. If you're interested in what else I think about this, you can leave your questions in the comment section, or you could send me a message on here, or contact me on any social media outlet. I'm more than willing to discuss this with you, and I think in order to bring change, in order to keep the revolution going and keep the conversation going, that these conversations and discussions are super important, especially now, considering the climate of our country. So I just start. Your melanin holds manuscripts of those who created dynasties, who first birthed. Dang it! Your melanin holds manuscripts of those who crap. No. I got distracted by a thought in my mind. We have to start over.